Okay, can you is my screen visible to both of you, Azan and Shalan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so we are going to study, we are going to start with the introduction of the syllabus of biology. Okay, this is very important. This is important because this way we are going to understand that what we are going to study, what we have already studied, and what is remaining. Okay, it is very important to give direction to all the students. Okay, okay, so just for example, let me just start with, we'll be having 3 papers. Okay, here it is. We'll be having 3 papers, Azan and Shalan. Okay.
Okay.
I think my screen is visible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Number one paper is about multiple choice questions. Okay. It's about multiple choice question. We'll be having a, what is a multiple choice question? It is like there would be a statement. Okay. There would be a statement in the question number one, and we'll be providing with 4 options A, B, C, D. Okay. And we have to choose the best option, best correct option. Okay. Okay, that is the paper of MCQs, or the multiple choice questions. Okay, we'll be
Okay.
attempting 40 questions. Okay, they'll be having 40 questions in the final paper. We'll be having 40 questions, and we'll be given a bubble sheet to fill the correct option for the question. Okay, when we're going to start with the practice of past papers, we'll get to know about it. Okay, then paper 2, the most important, because why is it most important? Because of the weightage of the paper. Okay, the multiple choice question, the paper 1 weightage is only 30%. Okay, but paper 2 theoretical paper, or the structured question, or SCQs, structured style examination questions, it is 50 marks. Okay, the weightage of the paper is 50%. Okay, and it is of 80 marks. So students, what we are going to how we are going to attempt this paper, how what is this paper dependent on, this is all about what we are going to study in our course. Okay, about each and every topic that we are going to start with. Okay, so this, why this is important, and why your classes and your attendance is very important, because each topic is linked to another. Okay, so uh, please be very vigilant with your classes. Okay, with your attendance. Okay, then we have,
Okay, ma'am.
the last paper, that is paper 4. We in actual, we don't give paper 3, we usually give paper 4, that is ATP paper. Okay, it is a separate paper. It is very much like only 10% theoretical is needed in this one, in this paper. Okay, only 90% is what it's about our practical knowledge. Okay, practical knowledge means that how well we can draw the graphs. Okay, how well we can draw tables. Okay, how well we can do some calculations, or how well we can answer some questions, but they are not theoretical. We have already done the theoretical part here. Okay, so in ATP, it's mostly practical, but you're not going to attempt the practical. It's just that you're going to read the experiment, and you're going to devise an experiment, and there could be a graph to draw, there could be a table to display your results, and anything like that. Okay, in we are going to do this all in detail when we are going to do uh, the paper separately. Okay, okay, now let's move forward, and let me give you, in today's class I'm only going to give you the briefing of our biology subject. Okay, so that you are well prepared for tomorrow's class, when we are going to start with the first topic, that is cells. Okay, okay, so the number of topics, the first topic that we are going to do in our biology course is the cells topic. Okay, Now, in the cells topic, what we are going to study? We are going to study the cells. Which cells? The animal cells, okay, the plant cells, the bacterial cells, and virus in very less detail, but we have to study it. So in under a microscope, okay? Animal cells, plant cells, and bacterial cells, okay? We are going to study what are animal and plant cells called, what are bacterial cells, what is the structure of them, what do they have in their structure, okay? What are the organelles, what are organs, what are organelles, what is the system based upon, what is the basis of a structure, okay? Then what we are going to do, we are going to draw diagrams. We should be very efficient in drawing the diagrams. By the end of the topic, you will be very efficient with the diagrams, okay? Then these are the names of the organelles, the ribosomes, the mitochondria, the nucleus, cytoplasm, cell membrane, and then we are going to study their functions with it. How do they look like, and what is the function of them, okay? Then we should be able to identify on diagrams, okay, electron microscopes or the ribosomes. Like I should be knowing what a cell look like if the cell is like this and the nucleus is here and the mitochondria is here. So how I'm going to label that this is a nucleus, what are the identification points for each of the organelles, okay? So we are going to study that in detail.
I'm pretty sure to differentiate between them, it's color, size, and shape, if I am correct.
Yes, we are going to differentiate. No, not the color, mostly not the color, the size, the shape, and what is the function of that organelle, okay?
Okay.
Yes. So then we are going to start. Then you'll get a very clear idea of this. Okay. I hope, Shalan, that everything is clear to you by now. I'm waiting for your message in the message box. Okay. Good. Fine. Okay. Now let's move forward. Then there is a little detail about the bacterial cell. Okay. Like I said, we are going to study this. Then we are going to study what are these called. These are called a specific classification is there for animal and plant cell, that are eukaryotes. No need to write anything down today. No notes are needed for today's class. Okay. In future, I'm going to tell you what about the notes part. Okay, not today. It's just a briefing for you. Okay, no need to remember anything. And these are called prokaryotes. Okay, I hope some of you might remember this. That eukaryotes are animal and plant cells, and prokaryotes are one cell organisms, and that are bacterial cells. Okay, and the functions of the above structures in the animal, plant, and cells. Okay, now let's move forward to the next topic under cells, that is what are cells, okay, what are tissues, what are organs, and what are organ systems, okay, and how does an organism is made. From one basic structure of a cell, how an organism is made in tissues, and how are organs made, and how are organ systems made, and how are organisms made. Okay.
Ma'am?
Yes?
Cells make up tissues make up organs, and a bunch of organs together make up an organ system, which is kind of like the nervous system or the circulatory system.
Very good. Okay, but we are going to study the exact definitions for this. Okay, like a similar group of cells doing a similar function make up a tissue. Okay, like we are not going to. And they're going to ask you what is a tissue. Okay. For example, both of you, first, Azad, what is a cell?
A cell is basically something that makes up everything. Like everything around you is made up in cells, and specific types of cells together make up specific tissues.
Okay. Can I get the definition of cell?
I don't know the definition.
Okay, that's fine, no problem. Shalan, can you tell me about the definition of cell? What is cell? What is a cell? The basic unit of all living creatures. Okay, that's fine. You're very close. You're close to the answer. Azan, you can note it down right now, or that's fine. We can do it when we are going to start. What is a cell? Cell is the basic Number one, structural, that it makes the structure of an organism, okay? And number two, functional, basic structural and functional unit of life, of organism or life or anything, okay? Now, what does this mean that it is a unit, basic structural, basic functional, okay? Now, listen very carefully. Azan and Shalan both. We have a house, right? This is the wall of a house, okay? Okay. So,
Yes.
each wall of a house is made up of a number of bricks, right?
Yes.
Number of bricks like this. But what forms the basic one structure of unit is one brick, right? That is same way, one organism, one whole organism has little structure, and the basic, the most least, like one brick structure, the most least, like the most basic structural functional unit is the cell. That is collectively form tissues, that will collectively form organs, and that will collectively form organ systems, and then so on. Okay, I hope it is clear to you both now. Because
It is clear, ma'am.
okay, good. Because in the examinations, the definition will come of two marks. What is a cell? What is a cell? Okay. Now, I'm not going to write down that it is a basic structural unit of life. No, I'll be only awarded 1 mark. Okay, out of 2. So where am I lacking? I know the unit, I know my topic, I know the theoretical, but I was missing out on the definitions. In biology, the most important thing that we need to work on are the definitions and the concepts. Okay, beta? Are the definitions and the concepts. These are, after you are done with the concepts, you have good concepts and you know you have memorized the good, like the actual definitions, then it will be very easy for you to score an A star in examinations. Okay? Okay. Now let's move forward. I should be a little quick with the topic discussion. That second topic is the classification. Classification, we'll be doing it in the end. Okay. It is in which, like, the reptiles are classified, like reptiles are not mammals, right? Snake is not like us, right? So we have classified the reptiles, the amphibians, the different kind of like you can say organisms under different classifications. Okay, under different classifications.
Ma'am, is also like, if the classification topics tell us about the kingdoms, like the plant kingdom, animal kingdom.
Yes. We are going to study the kingdoms in this topic. The 5 kingdoms. We have 5 kingdoms, and what is under those kingdoms. Okay, we are going to memorize that. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, but I have not included this topic in this year. Okay, we'll be doing this in the next year. Okay, this and 2 topics more, we'll be doing it in the next year. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
You can leave it for now. Movement into and out of cell. Okay, Shalan and Aizan, do you know anything about diffusion?
Like diffusion is in the process where air goes from higher concentration to lower concentration.
Diffusion is the
diffusion is where I'm pretty sure that like the air goes from higher concentration to lower concentration, or it's the opposite.
Okay. No, that's fine. It is the same way, but you are right, your concept is right, but again, we are missing out on the exact definition, right? Okay, I'm going to give you the briefing of it. Shalan, first, can you tell me about the diffusion and definition of diffusion? What is diffusion? Okay, the process of particles moving from an area of higher concentration to lower concentration. Okay, that's fine. You're close. So you both have the concept that what is diffusion. Diffusion is the movement of particles. Okay, it is a movement of what? Not exactly air particles. Okay, Shalan, beta, it could be movement of particles. Just write down particles, give a general term. Okay, from an area of higher concentration to an area of lower concentration. Okay, but why do we need to study this topic? Like I have sprayed perfume at one corner of the room, but I can smell it after some time. I can smell it in the other corner, right?
That's because diffusion happens in the room.
Yes, that is because of the movement of the perfume particles, or the scented particles from one part. The one part means the higher part, the high where they were in higher concentration, to the part that was in lower concentration. Okay. Then again, osmosis. We have another word, that is osmosis. Osmosis is only linked to the particularly linked to water molecules. Okay, only
Is
water molecules. It is a very,
osmosis goes through like plants, I think, the movement of water in.
no, it can go through anything, but it needs a partially permeable membrane. Okay, these are water molecules,
Okay.
but from higher concentration to lower concentration across a partially permeable membrane. Okay, again, look, again, we are focusing on the exact definitions. Okay, then we are going to study them in detail. Then we have another term, that is active transport. Okay, now Aizan and Shalan, active transport is the opposite, kind of opposite to diffusion. Okay, what does that mean? That it is a movement of particles, but from lower to higher. Okay, from an area of lower concentration
Okay.
to higher concentration, which means that it is against the concentration gradient. What does concentration gradient mean? I can draw something like this. Can you see? This is a slide. Okay, let me draw a slide for you. This is a slide. Okay, okay,
Yes.
higher concentration, higher level here, higher and lower. In diffusion, everything was moving down the slide like this. Okay, but now that in active transport it is opposite. Okay, so what will it do? It will move against the gradient, against the slope. Okay, from lower to higher concentration. So moving from lower to higher concentration, we must have you guys must have moved across the slides in your childhood or somewhere. Sometimes we take the slide from the top, but sometimes we used to climb it from the lower end to the higher end, right? So
Yes,
what
ma'am.
was happening? We it was like taking a lot of energy to move against the concentration gradient or against the slope, right? So energy is needed. Number one, it is the movement from lower to higher against the concentration gradient. Okay, and then by the use of energy. Okay, it has three important parts. Okay, but no need to remember, no need to be confused that I am telling everything right now and I am like it is confusing you. But it is just a briefing. Okay, when we are going to study the topic, it would be like we'll be studying the same definition over 2 days. Okay, we'll be memorizing it during the class. Okay, so don't worry about what I am teaching right now. I'm not teaching, I'm just briefing. Okay, just to give you a recall of what you have already studied. Okay, I hope that is clear.
Okay.
I hope that is not too fast, or it is not taking too long for you both, Shalan and Azan. Is it fine this way?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and Shalan, can you tell me too? Is it fine? Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. I've seen a thumbs up from your side. That's fine. Okay, now let's move forward to the fourth topic, that is biological molecules. Okay, biological molecules means that we are going to study about the what are like biological molecules made up of, like carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and DNA. What is carbohydrate made up of? It is made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Same way, lipids are made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Proteins are made of what? DNA is made up of what? Okay, I'm not going into the detail that as it might confuse you. Okay, then what are, if one molecule of carbohydrate is attached to another, what does it mean? If many molecules of carbohydrates are attached to each other, what does it mean? Okay, what does it make? So it is an extensive topic. We are going to study that in detail when we are going to study the topic. It is a very small topic, but extensive, but it is a very easy topic. It is an easy topic. Okay, so don't worry about the topics. Biology in general terms, biology in general terms is very easy. Okay, biology is very easy, and scoring a grade in biology is way too easy, way too easy. Okay, none of my students have ever gone below a or B grade. Okay, even if they have not like studied well. Okay, so we are going to stick to what I am teaching. Okay, just stick to it, just stick to the concepts. If one concept is not clear, you're going to ask the same question 20 times. Okay, you're going to ask the same question 20 times or 30 times if it is not clear. Okay, I'm here for you to teach you again and again. Okay, to clear until it is clear to you. Okay.
Okay.
Now we are moving towards the fifth topic, that is enzymes. In enzymes topic, what is an enzyme? So number one, we are going to study the definition. What is the role or function of enzymes? We are going to study that. Okay, the definition is here that it increases the rate of reaction. That's fine. We are going to study that later. Okay, what are enzymes made up of? What are enzymes? These are proteins. Okay, and they speed up the reaction. They speed up any reaction that is taking place in the body. And then how do they speed up? What do they have specifically? There is something substrate, there is a active site on the enzyme, there is a whole process in which the enzyme substrate complex and the products are formed. Okay, and
Ma'am,
yes,
enzymes help to like break down their specific types of food like carbohydrates, lipids, and proteins, and some enzymes can only live in like a certain pH/temperature.
very good, very good. Yes, that's
Kind
fine.
of like, I think it was pepsin that is in the stomach and can only survive on the stomach
In the
pH
low
level.
low pH, yes, in the low pH, yes, that's fine, very good. We are going to study, yes, you are right, the concept is right about that. That what is an enzyme? We are going to study the properties. What are the properties? That the pH and the temperature. Okay, okay, how do they survive in that? Okay, and then
Okay.
not necessarily do the breakdown, usually the breakdown, but some enzymes also make up. Okay, they also make too. Okay, usually in digestion topic, there is always breaking down. Okay, there is always breaking down. Okay, just remember that. Okay, then we have the same topic, the effects of temperature and pH. What does the temperature do to an enzyme? What does the pH do to the enzyme? What is an optimum temperature and pH? What is this word? Okay, we are going to study this. Leave it right now. Okay. Then we have plant nutrition. Plant nutrition, in this part, we are going to study how plants carry out photosynthesis. Okay. What is photosynthesis? Number one, definition. Okay. Like the photosynthesis is like we get our food from surroundings, right? Like we get the food, the animals can move and they can get their food and then eat it and get the energy. But from where can the and plants take their food? Okay, so plants have to make their food on their own. Okay, by the process of photosynthesis. Okay, in the presence of energy and light. Okay, and then we have chlorophyll is necessary for it. And what do they make out of those carbohydrates? Starch, cellulose, glucose, sucrose. That is fine, we can study that. And how the rate of photosynthesis is affected? It is affected by light, temperature, carbon dioxide concentration. Okay, these all things, they affect the rate of photosynthesis. And how do they affect it? We are going to study that. Then we have a leaf structure. What is a leaf structure? I'm not going to explain
There are
anything
two
about.
types of leaf. One is dicot and the other is micot. And the dicot one has a like a network of lines on the leaf, and the micot has the one parallel line.
Yes. That's the difference between dicot and micot. But in the structure, leaf structure of the dicot, okay, like this is a leaf. For example, this is a leaf. Okay, like this. Okay, I cut a slice through it, like this. Okay, and I'm going to study each layer from top to bottom like this. Okay, from bottom, so it will form a layer under a microscope. Okay, the first layer, the second layer, okay, the third layer. What is a vascular bundle? What is the role of vascular bundle? And the final layer like this. Okay, so we are going to study that in detail, the leaf structure. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, then we have mineral nutrition, like from where do they get their nutrition? That's fine, we are going to study that. Then the transport and flowering plants, like how does the flowering plant transport? Okay, like how does the water movement is carries out? How does the amino acids that are in the plants they are transported from one place to another? How are the you can say the sucrose molecules transported? We are going to study this all in detail. Okay. And what is transpiration? Definition very important. What is translocation? Very important. These topics are very, very important. Okay. I think for today these topics are enough. We are going to continue from the discussion of the briefing of the topics from the same topic from where I'm leaving. But just right now, Shailan and Azan, can you tell me that any questions right now? Like any questions?
No, ma'am.
Shailan? Okay. Okay. So, but we still have like 5 minutes, okay, before 2:45. So, what we are going to do, I'm just going to brief you that why are students so well prepared, okay, so well prepared, but still not able to get the marks, okay, in these 5 minutes. This is very important that someone has studied whole of the book. We have memorized all of the book, but why we are not able to score a good grade, okay? And this is a very basic concern of every student, okay? So the thing is that although every concept is clear to you, but you have to answer every question in examiner style, okay? You have to answer in examiner style, okay? You have to take care what the examiner is demanding, okay? What the examiner will mark you for, okay?
Okay.
So like how we'll be expert in this part? Examiner part is only and only easy for us to understand after we are done with extensive practice of past papers. I don't know if anyone of you have already seen or checked the past papers of O levels biology, but they are very easy. After we are done with one topic, we are going to do the topicals of that topic, okay?
Okay.
Past papers of that topic, okay? Then like this, each topic will be completed with the past papers, and then we'll be having after we are done with the course, inshallah, by the month of January, then we'll be doing a yearly practice of past papers, like a paper practice, okay, like the mock exams, okay?
Okay.
Practice, yes, okay. And I was just going to say a yearly practice. So be very attentive in the class, okay, for biology, okay? You will get to know that how easy this subject is. I don't know, does anyone of you find it like difficult, the subject biology?
No, ma'am. I find it very interesting.
Very good, excellent. And Shailan, do you find it difficult? It's very difficult for me, or is that fine? It's interesting. Very good. Shabash. Then I hope that we are going to score very good marks, inshallah, by the end of our topic. Okay. So this was all for today's class. Shailan and Azan, are you people also taking physics class, both of you, or not?
I think I am.
Okay. If you are, okay, that's fine. So then we'll be meeting after 15 minutes in our physics class. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, this was all for today's class. Thank you so much, both of you. And do write down any questions if it comes to your mind. For now, for today, there is no homework. We are just giving a briefing. It will take like 1 or 2 days more, and then we'll be giving a proper start to the topic of our